Dinnie in. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone, and welcome to Dinnie in Virginnie, the podcast. I still don't have a good opening for this whole show. I don't know why. Usually it takes me like 2 seconds to develop a consistent opening, but for some reason I haven't been very consistent with the podcast. So we're just gonna have to just roll with the punches, okay? Right now it is Dinnie in Virginnie, the podcast, and on today's episode we are going to be talking about rainy day activities, aka rainy day singular. Where is it? Activity, because I'm not going to give you a bunch of recommendations because I'm just going to talk about what I am doing here today. So it is Friday, February 23rd, 2024, and I am here in the peak of excellence. I am here in Chesapeake, Virginia, at my home, at my cleaner desk. Not so messy today, actually. Quite not clean, but cleaner, more tidy desk. And I decided to go live because I'm trying to do better about actually doing in Virginia the podcast, because I've been doing really good with the short form content, but when it comes to YouTube, I'm sorry, I have been neglecting you guys. So I'm working on that right now, and this is the result of me working on myself. Speaking of me working on myself, that is actually the rainy day activity that I chose to do today. So initially my plan was, because I knew it was going to rain today, so I wouldn't be able to film at a park or anything. The initial plan was to go to the mall and just not film the storefronts, because you can't do that because security will come and harass you. But I was going to go to the mall and just film myself and start talking about what my personal visions are of what the future of malls could be, especially the one that I like to go to, or that I used to love to go to, but not so much anymore. However, as you can see, I am in my robe. I am super comfortable, and I did not want to. My hair is a mess, as you can see, and I just didn't want to deal with any of it. And I'm also attending a virtual summit right now. Right now I'm in between lectures, or was it speaks? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but right now it's in between two different things, speeches. I have lost my ability to speak. It's in between two different people who are going to speak. What is happening to my brain right now? This is what's happening. This is why I'm not actually supposed to be super comfortable. I'm supposed to be in business mode, because the whole point of this live is that my rainy day activity is personal development. That's it. That was the point. It took me over 2.5 minutes to get to it, but that is the point. My personal development is what I've chosen to work on today, on this rainy Friday, February 23rd, 2024, at the peak of excellence, because I don't want to go to the mall, because I don't want to spend money that I do not have yet. Always add that yet, because words have power. So I'm gonna get there. However, I don't even want the temptation to spend money outside, whether it be at the mall, on food, clothing, accessories, fast food, or I just feel like, or I'm trying to support a local business. Now is honestly not the time for me to support with monetary funds. Not at this point in time. Eventually I will reach a point where I'll be able to do that, and I'll be able to support whoever I want, whenever I want, with however much money I want. But now is not the time for that. And so right now I took a step back and said, you know what? I'm not going to go to the mall and even have the temptation, point blank, period, at all in front of me. I'm not going to put myself in a situation in which I'm even tempted to use funds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the kitchen, aka do the dishes, take out something that I can cook for dinner, and plan something with the stuff that I already have here at home. I'm going to stay in my PJs. I'm going to attend this virtual summit, which has been happening pretty much all day. So I've been jumping in and out of it, trying to comment on it and taking notes in it. I have my notebook over there that I've been taking notes on. And the virtual summit is about business and entrepreneurship and product launching and innovating. And a lot of it is focused on founders and startups rather. And so it just has something to do with me personally on my journey right now, because I had revealed that I am going to be as transparent as possible with you guys. So I'm on an entrepreneurial journey because I need to learn how to, because technically Dinnie and Virginie is an LLC. So I need to work on ways to make money as an LLC to support, because I want to do this full time. I want the flexibility. I want the time freedom. I want to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whomever I want. And I want all expenses to be covered. So I am on a journey to learn how to make money online, how to do business, how to do entrepreneurship. So I made the LLC, and that's pretty much as far as I went. So ever since then, I've really only been working on my brand. I haven't actually been working on building a business. And I had an initial failure. I joined an accelerator program, an incubator program, whatever you call it, and I wasn't ready for it. I just wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it, and my wallet wasn't ready for it because of my current employment status, unemployed. All I could think about was how I had no money and what am I doing here? And so I wasn't even focused on making a business. So I quit, which was a failure, but I learned that, sometimes you're just not ready for stuff. And I will be ready for it in the future, sooner than later. I'm going to manifest that right now. However, at this point in my life, I am working on personal development because Dinnie and Virginnie, I have a very grand vision for it, as I have told you guys, but I don't even think I've told you the real, like the 100% end goal of it, because it is very, very grand, very grand. And so it is going to take a lot of effort from me, a lot of effort from Virginia, a lot of effort from the cities, a lot of effort from the whole state, a lot of effort from literally everyone here if the vision is to come true, which it will. So I know what the ultimate vision is. You guys don't need to know the full details because I don't know if you can comprehend how huge my vision is for this wonderful, great, great state of Virginia, but it is gigantic. So in order to achieve that vision, I need to learn about business, finances, entrepreneurship, and just in general, human psychology, how do we function, social skills. So there's a lot of skills that I need to learn that I found out in order to have a business. So obviously common sense. So this, y'all who actually have businesses and are in the game are going to be like, you are talking complete and utter nonsense. And I know, because I'm not in this space yet. I'm learning about the space, which is another problem of mine, is that I learn a lot and I observe and I consume too much and I do too little. So today I'm still consuming, but after the summit is complete, I want to actually do. This right now, this live right here is part of me doing, because I said I was going to do a podcast. YouTube is for long form content, and I have not been giving YouTube the proper attention that it deserves. So that is why I am here on this podcast, letting you guys know that what I am doing today is something that you can actually do yourself on a rainy day. You do not have to go outside the house. You don't have to force yourself to go to a mall. You don't have to force yourself to do something indoors. You can stay home or even go to a library, which is free. Check out some personal development, finance books, or anything that is of your interest or hobby, or anything that you seek to learn about, to gain wisdom and knowledge about, that you believe will enable you to be a much better person and help fulfill your purpose in life. Go after it and read it and take the time to actually learn the skills, learn what it's going to take to do what you want to do. And you're probably going to waste your time on social media anyway. So that has been my problem, is that I've wasted so much time, and it has increased exponentially since the whole 2020 thing. You know what happened then. So I'm working to not get that time back, but take better care of the time that I have right now today. So this is me working on doing and not just saying. I felt like I needed to get back on my podcast game. Not that my podcast game had any game at all to begin with, but I think this is a step in the right direction in that I'm actually doing it. And like I said, the podcast is still just going to be live because I just find it so easy to do it live. Actually, I might rephrase that. I find it easy. You might find it lazy to do it live, and it actually kind of is, because I haven't planned anything. I didn't take any notes. I just literally wrote this right here. Right here. That's all the planning that I had done for today's podcast episode. I write it down. I turn on the camera. I write a title, write the description, very brief, and I go live. That's all I've been doing for my podcasting. But that's good enough for now, because I started and now I'm up to episode 8. So that's 8 points of data that I can now look back on and be like, okay, look, what is working, what's not working. And that's still not enough, but we're getting closer and closer to having enough empirical data. Look at me with my personal development language, in order to actually analyze like what it is that people want from me. I need to analyze who exactly are who's my crowd, who's my customer, who's my follower. I don't know. Who are the people who actually like me? Who are the people who actually want to watch my stuff? Who are the people who are actually watching more than 9 seconds of my videos, whether it be shorts, long form, short form, whatever app it is. It's time that we all just took a moment to reevaluate our lives. Are we happy with where we are or not? I was not happy. I will be happy. So I am taking the steps that are necessary in order to become happy with where I am in life. And one of those steps is attending summits, gathering data, and actually the most important step is doing the thing. That's the thing that I have struggled with for so much because of procrastination, laziness, straight up just sloth. I don't feel like doing it, and a lack of self-discipline has held me back for many years from reaching my fullest potential. And bit by bit, we're going to work on it. I'm not expecting anything to happen overnight, but I am expecting, and I have seen some changes in me that I really, really do like, and I really think have been pushing me forward here at Dinnie and Virginnie. So let me know in the comments, what are some rainy day activities that you like to do? Is this something that intrigues you? Are you going to start working on personal development during rainy days? I'm not saying personal development should only be done on rainy days. And I'm not saying you have to do personal development on rainy days. I'm just saying it's an option that I did today that I don't normally take. And so I just thought, you know what, let's just spread it to the people because it's something that I didn't really think of to do in the past. And now it's on my radar that, hey, I have big dreams and big goals and a gigantic vision for Dinnie and Virginnie and for Virginia in general. And in order to achieve that, I have to put in some work. And so it is almost 3:00, which is the start of the next session of my virtual summit. So I'm going to have to shut you guys down. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed day. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dinnie and Virginie, the podcast. It is all over the place. I know it will continue to be all over the place. But you know what? At the end of the day, we started, we did it, we're here, and I'm happy. So I hope you guys are happy too, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And that's all I have for you guys today. So until next time, Dinnie out.